Hi there, and thanks for tuning in again. In this video I will cover the last 2 weeks, not just one, because last week I didn't post a video. So I would say let's see how long this video will become. And let's start with the impressions of the first week. A short one this time, but let's go. Okay, all these impressions were from my first week, the first of the 2 weeks I tried to cover this week in this video. And I have to say, as you have seen, I was walking around a lot, which is nice. I stuck to my plan of half an hour per day. And that was pretty much everything that happened this week. There was nothing much to say. It was a quiet week. The highlight of a week for sure was the weekend, the Saturday, where I was invited at a party. A friend of mine, Alex, and his wife Chrissy, they were hosting a party, and usually they do a big Christmas party, and this year it was cancelled due to some reasons. So they decided to do instead another party now in March. And since it was the 9th of March, which coincidentally is the International Meatball Day, they themed everything around meatballs. So they invited us. Alex, as you might know from previous videos, is a very ambitious hobby chef. So he is quite skilled. He likes to try things. And he was digging in. He was serving up some vegetarian versions like falafel balls, but also a lot of meatballs, of course, like the day suggests. And as you can see, everything was very plentiful. There were a lot of sauces as well. So he really outdid himself again, like he always does. And even some desserts were there in the same theme. So he made like milk rice balls, so sweet balls that he also served up. What also was interesting for me is I wanted to contribute something. So I brought my self-made salsa sauce, which I quite often make for myself because I like to know what's in it. And also I try to do it with as little calories as possible, and also on a spice level that is perfect for me. So that is something I brought with me, and I was very pleased that the guests really liked that stuff. There's a mosquito, so you see it's really spring. So people really liked that sauce, which pleased me. So it was nice to see that that it's not just something I like. And that is pretty much that about that day, except for the fact that, of course, Alex and Chrissy have 2 cats. And as you might remember, I am allergic to animal fur. So I took a pill, an antihistamine, the day before to be prepared. Also, one of the guests brought their dog along. So we had 3 different animals that were getting into my lung. So that was a little bit of a problem, but only after a few hours. So the first few hours were fine, and at the end of the day I felt it a little bit. But the other thing was that there was also one of the kids running around having a cold. And if I am encountering animals, my immune system gets down a little bit due to the allergies. So someone just needed to cough on me and I'm sick. And of course that happened. Over the next few days, I was thinking, is that still an after effect of the animal hair, or is that an actual cold? Turned out to be a cold. So the second week was dominated by me having a cold. Not that bad. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have to call in sick, especially since I'm working from home. So it's not a big bother to have a runny nose a little bit, as long as I don't infect anyone, which I can't at home. So that was happening there. Yeah, it turned out fortunately not to be a flu. It was just a cold. But yeah, I only noticed that around Sunday evening, I guess, while I was watching the Oscars, which was something I did the day after that party. So that is something I do every year, since they are screened live in Germany, which is like the late 80s, I think they started to do that. Before that, I was watching a summary that they aired at the evening the next day, and I usually watched that with my father. So that was nice that I kept this going for so long. So I've never missed an Oscar live event so far. So that was something I was watching. And of course there was a lot of snacks going into that, because that is also tradition that you have a lot of stuff to eat while watching the Oscars. And how that impacted my weight, you will find out in a few minutes, or maybe even shorter, because that was basically it. You know, I was spending most of the time inside. I wasn't going out that much this last week, because if you are feeling sick, you don't want to get out. But Friday, Saturday and today I was getting out again, because First of all, I was feeling a little bit better. I don't want to jinx it and say I am healed, because last time I said that, it came back with a vengeance. So I just say I'm feeling better. I'm hope it's getting well now. But yeah, I mean, going out and having a little bit of fresh air always helps. So that is why I enjoy it to be outside a little bit, at least half an hour a day again. So that is that. And now we are looking at the weight results. And the weight results, let me just take a quick sip of water because my lips are dry. Okay, so the weight results this week are quite interesting, because would I have weighed myself last week, which I actually did, but I didn't post a video, my weight would have been up 1 kilo. Because after this nice meatball event, of course, I have eaten a lot. And then the Oscar event didn't really help me with that. So my weight then on the second week was crazy. It went up almost by 3 kilos overall. Including the week before. So I was working hard or concentrating hard on being very strict with what I eat this week. And since I was not feeling that well, it was easier than usual, because I didn't lose my appetite, but I at least could concentrate on it quite well. I slept a lot. I was quite tired, so maybe that helped as well. So I managed to get the weight back down. Overall, it is lower than at the end of last week, half a kilo, but still half a kilo more than 2 weeks ago when I weighed myself the last time. So I have to say it's not a complete success, but it's going into the right direction again after a crazy spike. So I'm hopeful that I can follow through on that route going back. Let's see if that will finally be the thing that breaks the cycle of my plateau, because I'm going up and down in this 5 kilo area for I would say almost 4 or 5 months now. So I cannot break this plateau. Hopefully now I can break through. I have some plans with low calorie food and food that is also still delicious. Usually when I was doing Weight Watchers, I was having a lot of chili con carne with very lean meat, because that is high in protein and otherwise quite healthy and not that high in calories. So let's do that again, even though I don't do Weight Watchers at the moment. And stuff like that, soups with a lot of vegetables in there. So that is something just was making noises behind me. I thought maybe the fox is dropping in like he sometimes does, but no, nothing. Maybe it's just a bird. Maybe someone was walking by. Okay, doesn't matter. So that's my weight results. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is, since creating these videos is taking a lot of my time, and the main purpose for those videos is for me to document my journey, how that's going on. And I'm happy for everyone who is interested in it and joining in, but it's not that many people. So what I decided to do is to just go with a 2-week schedule going forward for the rest of the season. So the next video will drop in 2 weeks. I hope I have then more to tell you than each week where I just babble on. And the other purpose of these videos that I had in mind for myself was being able to freely speak into the camera without a script and just talk from the top of my head, which I have to say you might have seen over the last few months. Actually, I was getting pretty well in doing so. I was getting pretty good there. There are no cuts. I don't intercut this video anymore like I did before. So it's really just one long session that I record, which makes it at least a little bit easier for me also to edit and to use for my channel. But that being said, I guess that is what I will do over the next over the next few months. At the end of this season, it's the end of a second year. I don't know if I will continue then in the same rhythm, or if I just create monthly videos or one-offs. I don't know. It will depend on how I feel and how my mood is when we reach that point, and how much I've lost till then. Let's see. So that is what I wanted to share with you, and that's basically it. I hope your last 2 weeks were quite successful in whatever you plan to do and set out to do. I hope the next 2 weeks will be great for you as well. I hope you achieve everything that you are setting out to do. Until then, I say, as always, hoping you are tuning in next time again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, thanks for watching.